don't talk to it, and the perception out there that it doesn't bother them. So is he just, have they been kind of lucky at this point? Does it catch up to them eventually? Or will we really find out against still an Ottawa team that seems to be buried in the standings, but can be very dangerous when it comes to putting the puck in the net, the Washington Capitals and the Boston Bruins? Are we really going to find out if it bothers them or not?
Okay, but I thought, Kippy, if you had to say what would be catastrophic, it'd be Morgan Riley, TJ Brody, Jake Muzzin, and whatever, the Jake Muzzin at the start of the year, all out of the lineup. And to what Sheldon's saying, they weathered that storm. I mean, that was the one with all those D out. And I thought, you know what? You lose 4 games in a row, and Kyle Dubas is saying uncle and maybe making a trade that he really does. Not a horrible trade, but just something to get a body. And I give them credit how they weathered that storm. So, hey, Boston started the season without Marchand and without Charlie McAvoy. And this is kind of like that kind of player, Sammy.
And to look, he's kind of right. The stats bear out. I mean, I put it in the lineup here, but with Auston Matthews in the lineup, they have a .635 points percentage. And without him, they have a .653 point percentage. They're 31-16-2 without him. Stevie
Fellon always sends that stat, and it makes no sense.
Their power play is 4% better without him in those however many games they've played. So they've
just trade him then now.
Absolutely. Completely agree, Kipper. That's a great point by you. And I'm just saying that, they have found a way. Sheldon's right. They've found a way to play well without him.
I think it's also safe to say that whatever your perception of, Auston and peaks and valleys, this has been one strange year for him, and one that we did not expect in terms of on a lot of nights, not as noticeable as we would expect him to be when we think of other superstars in the league. Most notably, Connor McDavid. It has been a strange year for this guy.
But so last year, Connor McDavid was going to win all the trophies pretty well every year, except when things are a little bit off, like it was for him last year, and mostly for the Oilers last year. So good on Auston Matthews that he wins the Rocket Richard, the Hart, and the Ted Lindsay. And then a lot of people say, let's go for 70 goals. Well, 60 scored once every 10 years, although Connor McDavid may do it again now. So, yeah, again, I it's like the bar is so high for him that, and then when he gets goals, they were tip-in goals. And, and I still love the two-way game he plays. I still, he's always going to be a Hart Trophy candidate. But, given last year that everything went in, just everything, and he's really had picked it up. He just had a slow start. We're kind of, a slow start. I remember he had a few that looked like easy going in and hit the post or whatever, things that wouldn't happen last year. So we love hockey here so much, and we have this show, or you have this show with Justin, that people dissect it all, which is the wonderful thing. They're not doing it in Nashville and Arizona and Florida and places like that. So, I don't know what people expect of Auston Matthews, but I think if you call it a strange year, I think that's not a bad term. It doesn't mean bad. It just means kind of different compared to last year.
Wow. Yeah. We didn't see the goals, as many of the goals.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't see as many games that he's physically dominated. But with that maybe comes the rise of a Willie Nylander in the process.
Yeah. Yeah, and part of what I like with Auston is when
Tavares too has been better.
Oh yeah, but also when Auston, when he has the puck like a lacrosse ball, that's the best. Just like and maybe again we're getting picky here, but maybe heavens, because when he kind of gets that presence, he's got the puck and no one's good. Kind of like Patrick Kane, right? No one's going to get off him and that. And have we been seeing that a little bit less? I don't know, maybe. And it's just funny the other night switching up the lines to get them going, and actually got Nylander and Tavares going. Marner's streak ended with Auston in that particular game. So, yeah, I find it a little picky, but I do find, considering the season he had last year, probably there was no way to go but a little bit down.